Hey everyone, apparently there's an uproar about a new thing being banned from Royal Caribbean. I'm sure you've already seen 100 videos on this, but we're going to talk about it, and we're going to talk about it as a whole of everything that's banned, as well as this new particular item. So let's get into it. Hey everyone, John here from Byte Size Cruises. We're a travel agency trying to give you the best information possible about cruising so you can plan and go on an amazing cruise vacation without banned items. Don't take banned items with you. So if you haven't heard yet, which I'm sure you've already heard, Royal Caribbean snuck in a new little item to their banned list that people are losing their minds about. So they're losing their minds about the multi-plug outlet. So I have these. I don't have one near me. I've purchased these, you know, watching all the cruise videos and everything. I was like, this is a great thing to have. I'm going to bring this multi thing. And then when I get on every cruise ship, I think to myself, first of all, it's big and bulky. It's like this big, right? It's like a multi-plug thing. And then I'm always like, what do I need this for? I've never been to a room that didn't have at least 2 plugs in it. Look, I've been on very old ships, like Enchantment of the Seas. There's 2 plugs in the room. I went back and checked my videos. So I take multiple things with me. I take multiple cameras with me. I take my phone with me. I take GoPros with me. I take iPads, computers, all of this stuff. First of all, you're really not allowed to leave anything plugged in when you leave the room anyway, right? So your charging time is pretty much limited to when you're in the room. I know a lot of people do it. Technically, the cruise staff is supposed to unplug things if they come in the room because fire hazards, right? So obviously, you were never allowed to bring a surge protector. You were never allowed to bring those. You could bring those multiple outlets, but I've never really seen a huge need for it. Things that I bring are USB based. So most of the cameras, all of the cameras are USB. My phone is USB, my iPad is USB. The only things that I have that are plugs that need to be charged is my computer. So usually in each room there's at least one USB outlet, but that's the bigger issue for me is USB. So let me show you what I carry. I carry this thing here, which has 3 USB A slots, the old ones, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 USB-C slots. The top one here can charge a computer. So if you have a Mac, I don't have a Mac, but if you have like a MacBook, you could charge it through there. So I find when I come into the room, and there are times I don't need this. So if there is a USB by my bed, I will charge my phone there. And then generally if there's a USB on the desk, I'll take turns charging things there. Could be my camera or whatever. It is handy to be able to charge a few things at once here, but other than that, I don't really find a need for it. Most of your devices charge pretty quickly and they stay charged for a good amount of time. So I'm usually just topping it up when I get back to the room. And then I have a portable one for my phone if I need it, which I never use. And I could also use that to charge other devices as well. So this is all I carry anymore, and I generally don't need it all that much. Now I understand that some people charge things more. I totally get it. And as for plugging things in, I know that some people bring curling irons, straight irons, all those different things, but there are plugs in the room that you could use to run those, and you're not allowed to leave those plugged in anyway. So to me, this is less of a big deal, but I understand why people are upset. They've purchased I purchased one as well. I just don't take it anyway, so it was a waste of money for me anyway. But I get that they were allowed, and they're still allowed on other cruise lines for the moment, but these things generally tend to all kind of be the same thing. But I just wanted to look at some hilarious things that you're not allowed to bring on a cruise as well, just so we can make this a little bit more of a fun video. So if you're wondering, you are not allowed to bring a rifle, a shotgun, a pistol, a revolver. Those are guns. Why not just say firearms? You're not allowed to bring firearms and any components. So you can't just bring a barrel. Just in case you wanted to bring a barrel and have somebody else bring a handle and then assemble a gun together, you cannot do those things. You cannot bring any ammunition. You cannot bring a gun replica. You cannot bring any kind of BBs or BB guns, the airsoft guns, paintball guns, flare guns, lighters, a gun lighter that's just a lighter but looks like a gun, can't bring that. Pellet guns, spear guns. Who's bringing a spear gun? Are you trying to catch a fish in the middle of the ocean? The fact that they need to put that on there is amazing. Starter pistols. In case you and your friends were planning to do the 40-yard dash on the Oasis running track, you cannot bring a starter pistol. Someone's going to have to say, ready, set, go. You cannot bring any other replicas or anything like that. You cannot bring explosives like blasting caps or dynamite. You cannot bring fireworks. Cannot bring hand grenades. In case you wanted to chuck one out into the ocean and watch it go. Any plastic explosives. I feel like this is, if you have to tell people you can't bring these things, those people wouldn't listen anyway. And then, of course, there are some really common, not that they're not common sense, those are very common sense, but some other things. Candles, obviously you cannot bring. Fire is the biggest risk at sea, although 700 people can smoke on the ship, and that seems to be fine. Clothing irons, travel steamers, hot plates, incense, teacup, immersion heaters, aerosols, except for personal toiletries, any kind of fuel, gasoline, torches, lighter fluid, flares, flammable paints. Are you painting the ship? Turpentine and paint thinner, hookahs. What are we, Carnival? This is Royal Caribbean. Car batteries, hoverboards, and now extension cords, multi-plug outlets, power strips. So you were never allowed to bring extension cords or power strips. Now you can't bring multi-plug outlets. I know people have mentioned CPAP machines. Here's my rule of thumb. Don't ever get up in arms about these things. If you need a CPAP machine, it's a simple call. Have your travel agent contact the cruise line. They let you know. They will have everything set up for you. You can absolutely use your CPAP machine. Don't worry about that. And then, of course, you can't bring knives like box cutters, ice picks, meat cleavers, razor blades such as box cutters, utility knives. They have to be the shaving ones in a cartridge. You can't bring a saber. You cannot bring a sword or a fencing foil. What are we, Cunard now? We're fencing? You cannot bring scissors with a blade length of larger than 4 inches. You can bring diving knives. So there are some things here that you can, obviously if you're going to Alaska or something where you were doing things, or if you purchase something on one of the ports. You cannot bring tools like axes and hatchets, cattle prods, what? Hammers, drill bits and drills, saws, or other tools such as wrenches, pliers, screwdrivers greater than 7 inches in length. Amazing. You cannot bring any of your martial arts self-defense items like billy clubs, blackjacks, brass knuckles, kubatons, mace or pepper spray, martial arts weapons, nightsticks, nunchucks, stun guns or tasers, throwing stars, handcuffs, or bows and arrows, like it's the Hunger Games. You cannot bring chlorine, bleach, spray paint, tear gas, transformers, electrical extension cords, we knew that, spillable batteries, small compressed gas cartridges, fire extinguishers, compressed gas cylinders, or ham radios. I really wish, let's talk about something I really wish they would ban, walkie-talkies, for the love of God. You're spending how much on just get the internet package. You're spending all this money on walkie-talkies to give around, and all you hear on the ship is the, hey, where are you? And then you have to hear people yelling and screaming. If they're next to each other, they're all like, ban them. And then obviously you're limited to the amount of alcohol you can bring. You can't bring food from restaurants or your home, raw foods. You can only bring packaged snacks, candies, and different things like that. So that's it. Hilarious. So again, this is my recommendation. I'm guessing you can still bring these. These are not a multi-plug outlet. It's just a USB with one plug. So the one plug thing seems to be the key. These work great. This is awesome. And again, I rarely need it. It's nice to have, but I don't need it all that much. So that is it. What are your thoughts on this? Are you losing your mind about this? Let me know in the comments below. It seems funny because every Cruise Tuber has talked about this. I was like, okay, I'll make a video. I wasn't going to, but let's make a video and talk about it, and let's try to make it a little bit funny. So everyone, hope you are enjoying your Saturday morning. It is Saturday, September 21st. We'll be live with Cruise News tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. And I will see you then. Happy cruising.